Apple reports results after the bell today. Anand Srinivasan is with us. He covers Apple for Bloomberg Intelligence. Anand, what am I paying attention to today? Is it the iPhone 6 or is it China?
You're looking for iPhone 6 in China. So specifically, there's some China macro weakness. You've seen a lot of royals in the stock market in China. You want to see if it carries over into the Chinese consumer, and specifically, are they not buying enough iPhones? It is still the #1 driver of the Apple business, in excess of 50% of revenues. So. And you have a new model, so you want to see if the momentum continues.
So I waited for the next model. Tom didn't. What's Tom going to get in the next model?
I think the improvements in the iPhone 6s or whatever the new moniker will be marginal. We've seen this from in terms of the number of improvements. Every other generation is going to be big. So I think the typical cadence is that every other generation gives you dramatic improvements, and the next generation gives you marginal ones.
When we look at iPhone in China, are the results more affected by the macroeconomic slowdown, or is it the crackdown in luxury items by the party?
I think it's a combination of both. You want to see if the new model's momentum continues, and it's a high-priced device. It is a relatively new market for Apple, but it's a huge one. Yeah. And it's an incredibly profitable device for the company.
I got two questions. First of all, are they taking unit share from Android and all the others? It seems like they are. They're like winning the unit battle, right?
You're absolutely right. In the near term, they're taking share away from Samsung and the Android ecosystem. But then again, you have to remember that this is a high-end device at the top of the market, and it's not going to be the share leader. So you can't expect iOS and Apple to be the share leader. But near term, over the last 3-4 quarters, the share cadence is shifting.
My answer is I was up at Madison Avenue at their new store. It was very much packed, not jammed, but packed. The Fifth Avenue store was jammed when I was in it the other day. When I look at this, to me, it's a cash generator. It goes over to Steve's world. I mean, what's different now, and why shouldn't I see a surprise today on dividend increase or significant share buyback to make Carl Icahn happy?
Look, the capital structure issue is an ongoing one. You know, Carl Icahn's issues aside, Apple's got a high-quality problem, and they will have to do some capital structure adjustments to do a large buyback.
Okay, well, bring up the Apple chart here, Loriana. Brendan, this is the coolest chart. It's like the failure chart. We're all going to die. The new whatever, it's going to fail, and there it is where we churn for a couple of months, and then guess what? Something new comes out.
Anand, are we going to be talking about the watch when we come back in a quarter?
Yeah, it's a very questionable. And there's a big resounding silence with the iWatch.
Steve Whiting, do you have one?
I do not have one. My wife does have one.
Oh,
okay.
What's the feedback?
The feedback is it's not the same thing as all of the whole infrastructure and everything else that went into all of the other.
Anand, the iWatch, please.
There's not a whole lot going on, but we've seen this with new products. It takes a little time to catch up. So we'll see if the market is as big as Apple thought it was, if it's going to be as prolific a success as some of the other iDevices.
Very good. Anand, thank you so much.